Noticing how you're breathing today. And having your intention for the next hour to return to wholeness. So you're seeing your whole being, your whole energy, almost like a little planet, and inviting a sensation of just being whole again. Checking in with how you feel physically today. How do you feel mentally today? How do you feel emotionally today? And then I'm going to play us part of the mantra, and at the end, if you wanted to join me in the Om Shanti 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 part of it, then we'd join together at the end. Bring your hands together in prayer.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
And then together, breath to prepare. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Just taking a moment, keeping your eyes softly closed. And then bowing, staying in our Buddha Konasana, staying with your soles of your feet together, but bowing forwards into whatever position you can comfortably reach. Reaching your hands down towards your feet, relaxing your head down. And as you breathe, just feeling this wholeness of the posture that you're in. And having your intention to return yourself to wholeness. And thinking about where you could be taking away any of your wholeness in your energy, in any of your actions. And where we are today, just asking yourself, in your yoga, are you stealing calmness from your breaths? Are you stealing stillness from your mind? And having your intention to keep that calmness flowing through your breath, that stillness in your mind, and inviting yourself to return to wholeness. Having your intention in this pose to find your edge and be able to relax into it and surrender here. In this practice today, I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to your breath. And as you're breathing in, just following your breath as it comes in, following that calmness of your breath. And on the inhale, saying to yourself, I am aware, I'm breathing in. And on the exhale, I am aware, I'm breathing out. And just repeating to yourself, I am aware, I'm breathing in. I am aware, I'm breathing out. Feeling this invitation to stillness through your breath. Staying with that same mantra as you're breathing, just for a few moments longer. And then inviting that calm and stillness as you breathe in. I follow my in-breath all the way through. I follow my out-breath all the way through. I follow my in-breath all the way through. I follow my out-breath all the way through. I follow my in-breath all the way through. I follow my out-breath all the way through. Staying with this. Staying with this same mantra, offering yourself that opportunity to surrender, to feel that calmness in your breath, that stillness in your mind. And on your next breath in, gently walking your hands back up. Releasing that mantra, releasing your feet. Just taking your feet flat for a moment. And then extending your legs out. Come into that sort of straddle position with your legs. So maybe your knees are a little bit bent, but maybe they're straight. If you wanted to roll your mat up or take a blanket or anything underneath your sit bones, you can take it just slightly underneath. Awesome. So finding where it's going to allow you to be comfortable, and then slowly walking your hands forwards to where you feel is your edge, taking yourself forwards, but gently, so you're moving, but trying to surrender slowly into it. So instead of being in that yang pose, especially if you normally practice Ashtanga, instead of pushing yourself into this, Just invite yourself to gently fall into it. If you do have a bolster or a pillow or any props that you like to use, that you'd like to have running along that center line, just inviting that to come and help you surrender. And coming back to our breath, taking a moment to watch that lovely calmness of your breath. And then as you're breathing in, mentally saying, I am aware of my whole body. And as you breathe out, I am aware of my whole body. I am aware of my whole body as you breathe in. I am aware of my whole body as you breathe out. And feeling that whole body awareness. Feeling that invitation to return to being whole, returning to wholeness. Keeping this mantra going with your breath, relaxing your gaze and surrendering in. I am aware of my whole body as you breathe in. I am aware of my whole body as you breathe out. And inviting that stillness, inviting that sensation of calm, staying with your mantra, noticing if you can surrender a little bit further without forcing, allowing everything to just be coming from a place of non-harming, coming from a natural place of movement, so you're not trying to push your way in, you're just surrendering your way in. Staying with this observation of the movement of your breath, noticing that flow in and that flow out, inviting our breath to get a little bit deeper. And your choice today, if you're a natural belly breather and you want to bring that breath into your belly, breathe into your belly. If you're a natural chest breather, inviting it into your chest. Changing our mantra. So I calm my body as you breathe in. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my body. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my body. Feeling that flow of your words with your breath. Inviting everything to surrender. Noticing how you're feeling here, and if you're being tempted to take any calmness from your breath, or are you tempted to steal any of the stillness from your mind? And having that resolve, just to stay with your breath, stay in the pose, offering that return to wholeness with your practice, following your breath. I calm my body as I breathe in. I calm my body as I breathe out. And then taking your time, just going to gently start to walk your hands back up. Oh, lovely, guys. Staying with this lovely stillness in your movement. I'm going to come into Janushasana, so bending your right knee. We're just going to do the right and then the left, so bending your right knee, squaring off, so you're facing over that straight leg, and getting nice and long. Gonna, as you reach forwards, maybe having your palms so they're resting up, so that you're not tempted to grip or pull, and you just surrender forwards. So wherever it feels comfortable for you. Again, if you wanted to use a blanket or a bolster or anything like that, you can always put something underneath that knee so that it feels a bit supported, or underneath your sit bones. And invite that sensation of melting forwards. So then as you breathe in, changing your mantra to I feel joy as you breathe in, and I feel joy as you breathe out. Finding softness in your body, softness in your breath, and surrendering down, staying with this mantra and focusing on your breath, allowing ourselves to be the witness of your breath, so you can feel it moving in, feel it moving out, and following it with that mantra. I feel joy as you breathe in, I feel joy as you breathe out. Awesome, guys. Keep maintaining this intention and this stillness and calm. And if you do feel the need to move, or if your mind starts wandering away from your mantra, offering yourself the question of, are you stealing something from your practice? Are you stealing something from your breath, from your mind? Or can you surrender to it, allow it to return to that feeling of whole? Changing our mantra from I feel joy to I feel happy. So as you breathe in, I feel happy. As you breathe out, I feel happy. As you breathe in, I feel happy. As you breathe out, I feel happy. Staying with these words, so you have this lovely little internal soundtrack helping you to surrender, helping you to find that stillness in your mind. And offering yourself your own choice whether to breathe into your chest or into your belly. Being able to watch and observe where that breath is naturally flowing, and feel as if that breath is carrying your words. So as you breathe in, that breath has those words with it. As you breathe out, that breath is carrying your words. And gently walking your hands back, staying with your breath to change sides. So walking your hands back up. Sending your left leg out or sending the other leg out, whichever leg you did. Changing sides. Taking your time. If you had anything propping you or helping you, just coming back, keeping those hands rested so they're resting up, so you're not tempted to grab or pull. Or if you have a bolster or something like that and it's too low for your hands to reach the floor, you can always rest them on top of your pillow or your bolster, inviting your palms to be facing up. Awesome, guys. With observing that movement of your breath and staying with I feel happy as you breathe in. I feel happy as you breathe out. Seeing that mantra move with your breath. Feeling that sense of surrendering and letting go. And we're going to move that mantra to I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe in. I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe out. I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe in. I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe out. And having that knowledge, and you don't have to run away, you can just be there to take care whenever anything arises, so you can take care of that painful feeling, recognize it, embrace it, and offer it some relief. Almost as if you're giving it a little hug, maybe a little hug with your breath, a little hug in your mind. Staying with this mantra just for maybe a minute. I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe in. I am aware of a painful feeling as you breathe out. Softening your whole body, allowing everything to be soft. And then gently walking your hands back and inviting both legs out, taking both legs out in front. If you're someone that likes to have a bolster that's resting on your legs or a cushion on your legs or bend your knees, that's totally okay. And just having that same sensation of surrendering it into it. So instead of grabbing your feet, just surrendering forwards. Oh, super, guys. Breathing. And changing your breath, changing that mantra. I calm my painful feeling. So as we're breathing in, I calm my painful feeling. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe out. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe in. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe out. Offering that calmness with your breath, stillness of your mind with your mantra, and following your breath with that mantra. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe in. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe out. being able to enjoy this sensation of being whole, whether part of that wholeness is pain and joy and happiness and feeling everything as a whole, knowing that you have everything that you need, even when a painful emotion or physical feeling arises. You can totally take care of it, look after it, offer it some comfort and relief. Staying with that mantra, doing maybe about a minute more, maybe a little bit less. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe in. I calm my painful feeling as you breathe out. Committing to stay as still as you can, committing to surrender and become a little bit softer. And on your next breath in, gently bringing yourself back up, walking your hands back into saddle or reclined hero, or half saddle, half reclined hero. So if you know which pose works for you, totally feel free to go there. I'm going to show you a few options. So if you wanted to go half, I'm going to bend one knee, so your foot is behind you, pointing back, and then laying down. So perhaps you have a bolster or something behind you. You can reach down onto your forearms or all the way down. If you feel okay to go into the full pose, you have both knees bent, going back. If none of those options feel like something you want to do today, we're going to come onto your belly and come into Sphinx pose. So you're getting that same sensation of opening out your chest, but you can choose to be on your belly. So thinking about staying calm, finding that stillness, whatever of those poses is going to work for you. So either half, full pose, or coming into Sphinx. So if you're half, it's not going to be for too long. Finding that position of your choice. Oh, nice, guys. Awesome. Finding that breath. Okay, if where you've chosen feels too uncomfortable for you to stay, then just take this moment to maybe move and go for a different option. So maybe Sphinx pose is the way for you to go today, or go in just half. And changing our mantra to mind. Okay, I am aware of my mind. I am aware of my mind as you're breathing in. I'm aware of my mind as you're breathing out. Surrendering as much as you can, guys. Awesome. I'm aware of my mind as you're breathing in. I am aware of my mind as you're breathing out. So if you chose to go for a half saddle position and you just have one knee bent, now we're going to change to the other half. If you're in a pose like Sphinx or in the full pose, staying where you are. So guys, staying with that breath, staying with that mantra, and just inviting that lovely flow of your breath. I am aware of my mind as you breathe in. I am aware of my mind as you breathe out. with that mantra, following your breath, feeling that breath move wherever you've chosen it to move, keeping it steady, going with that flow, keeping a steady flow of mantra and breath so you can hear this lovely rhythm in your own mind. I am aware of my mind. I am aware of my mind. Super, guys, staying with it, knowing that you are also in control of where you are. So if you do need to come out for any reason, if anything is not happy in your knees, being aware of that intention, allowing everything to return to wholeness. So if you feel that that is coming back, that's totally okay to bring back into a seated position. It's just having a couple more breaths, staying with our mantra. So being aware that your mind is there. I am aware of my mind as you breathe in. I am aware of my mind as you breathe out. And then gently we're going to work our way onto all fours. So if you're in Sphinx, either side. If you're in saddle, just taking as much time as you need, maybe slowly coming up and stepping forwards. If you're into half saddle, finding your way onto your hands and knees. Come into that tabletop position. And having a little move around. So just moving your hips, be moving over your wrists, making circles, maybe making little figures of 8. Maybe if you feel everything feels settled in your back and you wanted to move into child's pose for a moment, sitting back. Gently coming onto all fours, bringing your right foot forwards. So we're going to come into a sort of Anjaneyasana version, so right foot forwards. And you can either keep both hands down onto the floor or maybe interlocking your fingers, bringing those hands onto your thigh, close towards that knee. Awesome. Using a little bit of muscle, so it might feel a little bit yangy. If you wanted to put anything under your knee to make it a little bit softer. So relaxing your shoulders. Finding a place where you can commit to stay still. Nice, guys. And then focusing on that breath. Noticing our breath to start with. Noticing that inhale and exhale. Moving our mantra to I make my mind happy. I make my mind happy. I make my mind happy as I breathe in. I make my mind happy as I breathe out. It's just inviting this mindful awareness of your breath with your mantra. And this might be a little bit more challenging than the other poses that we've done. But making this intention not to steal away from that physical effort, not to steal any calmness away from your breath, not to steal any stillness away from your mind. Oh, lovely, guys, awesome. hoping everyone's just really nice and still. My screen hasn't frozen, but everyone looks like they're in a really good position and just fully breathing into that calm. I make my mind happy as I breathe in. I make my mind happy as I breathe out. Closing down your eyes if you feel okay to, if it doesn't play with your balance too much. It's only one more minute, guys. Less than a minute, maybe sort of 40 seconds. Staying with that mantra. Feeling that mantra move with your breath. Oh, lovely. Feeling that stillness, that calmness just wash over your body. 2 more breaths. And as you next breathe out, turning your hands down to the floor and bringing yourself back into that tabletop position, hands and knees. Shifting your hips, just having a little hip rock from side to side. Maybe taking yourself into a figure of 8 or into child's pose, whatever feels like it's calling to you at the moment. Oh, super, guys. And preparing for the other side. So just stepping your left foot forwards or whichever foot you didn't do. And your choice, your hands can either stay down or bringing your hands up to rest on that knee. So adjusting if you need anything underneath that knee. Keep finding your breath. And bringing that mindful awareness to your breath. As you breathe in, changing our mantra to I concentrate my mind. Breathing out, I concentrate my mind. And just feeling that breath, feeling it move through your body, keeping that mantra in place. It's as if you're still as a statue. And it's just that breath movement you can feel in your body. Maybe your eyes are softly closed and the only movement in your mind is that mantra. I concentrate my mind as you breathe in, and I concentrate my mind as you breathe out. Being aware if you are tempted to steal away any stillness in your mind, if you're tempted to steal away any calm from your breath, and offering that wholeness to your practice, that wholeness through your breath. Staying steady here. It's only about a minute more, so it's not for very long. Staying with that mantra, you can do it. I concentrate my mind as you breathe in. I concentrate my mind as you breathe out. Guys, maybe 30 seconds. I concentrate my mind. I concentrate my mind as you breathe out. 3 more breaths. And on your next breath out, releasing your hands down and stepping back, bringing your knee forward position. Taking a moment before you go into child's pose just to maybe gently rock your hips from side to side. Following your intuition. If you feel like more movement is what your body's asking for, totally go for that. If you feel okay to move and surrender it into child's pose, gently taking your sit bones back, trusting your super guys. Staying in child's pose just for a moment, not for too long, but noticing that flow of your breath. As you breathe in, walking your hands back so you sit onto your feet and sliding your feet around, coming back to Buddha Konasana or butterfly pose, so the same place as we arrived at the beginning, feet together, but maybe this time around bringing your feet a little bit closer in towards your body, holding on to those feet just gently so your hands are resting, breathing in. As you breathe out, surrendering forwards. Again, if you wanted to use a pillow, a bolster or anything like that, or even if you wanted a blanket underneath your hips, taking that blanket underneath your hips, and as we fold, having your mantra, I liberate my mind. Feeling this, maybe this does feel like a nice liberating sensation in your hips as you've come back into this full circle, coming all the way back around, noticing any sensations in your hips. And breathing, as you breathe in, I liberate my mind. As you breathe out, I liberate my mind. And surrendering, allowing that physical body to surrender. Feeling that calmness in your breath and feeling that stillness in your mind. I liberate my mind as I breathe in. I liberate my mind as I breathe out. Softening your body, feeling everywhere, maybe soften a little bit deeper than when we were here in the beginning. And staying as steady as you can with that breath. Keeping this mantra just for 5 more breaths. I liberate my mind as I breathe in. I liberate my mind as I breathe out. And on your next breath in, gently returning yourself to sitting up and coming back into that straddle or dragonfly pose, extending your legs out. So that same pose that we did the second time. Again, if for you it's a bent knee day, going for that bent knees. If you like something underneath your hips, finding that place. If you have a bolster in front of you, or maybe sort of propping up. I haven't got my bolster with me, but if you have, you can have it long ways with your head on it if you like that, or forearms resting on your pillow, and inviting yourself forwards and just soften into it, being aware of gripping or pulling and trying to release that desire to grip and just soften in, maybe palms facing up. Moving our mantra. So I observe the impermanent nature of all things. As you breathe in, I observe the impermanent nature of all things. As you breathe out, I observe the impermanent nature of all things. As you breathe out, I observe the impermanent nature of all things. Inviting this mantra to just move with your breath. So you're breathing it, feeling it, observing that impermanence, and feeling that desire to become a little bit more soft, inviting your body to surrender that little bit more, allowing your body, your mind, your breath, everything to surrender together. Changing your mantra. So I observe the disappearance of desire. I observe the disappearance of desire as you breathe in. I observe the disappearance of desire as you breathe out. So just surrendering, letting go, noticing that maybe your desire to move is disappearing. And maybe you can just sit with it, surrender and let go. Inviting everything to soften and surrender forwards. Softening the edges. So if you feel that there is an edge in your shoulders or anywhere like that, soften those edges. If you're reaching hold or gripping onto anything, invite that sensation of being a little bit softer. I observe the disappearance of desire. I observe the disappearance of desire. All you have to do is just surrender, be soft, allow your breath to move through your body. Allow that mantra to move through your mind. staying with this mantra. So you keep that attention, keeping that awareness. I observe the disappearance of desire. Staying for 5 more breaths. 5 more of that mantra, breathing in the mantra, breathing out the mantra. And next breath in, whenever you feel it's natural to move, start to walk your hands back. So you up to sitting. Bringing your legs together. Bending your knees. Maybe moving out a bolster towards the side. Keeping it to the side if you need it for Shavasana or anything like that. Just take a moment to back. Lift your chest. And having a little movement with your knees. Gently going from side to side. Awesome. So your feet are towards the outside edges. Keep moving mindfully. Taking it slowly. Coming back to the center. Bringing your feet together. And slowly rolling down. Coming onto your back. Bringing with you your right knee. And extending your left leg out. Bringing that right knee across your body. Coming for a twist, so right knee across, right arm reaching out. It's only going to be for a sort of 5 count. Offering your body that same opportunity to just surrender in. 4, 3, lovely guys. 2, 1. Bringing yourself back to the center. So coming back into the middle, draw both knees in. And keep holding the left one. Extend the right leg out. Invite the left knee across. Extend the left arm out. And surrendering into stillness and calm. 1. Oh, nice. 2. 3. 4. 5. Moving back into the center. Drawing both knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself a little hug. And then stretching your body out for Shavasana. Stretching out through your legs, your arms. Coming into that sort of starfish shape position. Closing down your eyes. Taking this moment here to really allow ourselves to surrender with sound. So most of you are on your own. Some of you, there's 2 of you there. But use this breath to really surrender and let go. Let go of any tension that's in your body. So having a breath in through your nose. Making a noise as you breathe out. 1 more, breathing in. Fully surrender. Allowing your natural breath to just start to move through your body. Offering this mantra that goes with your breath. I observe cessation. I observe cessation as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. So you can just observe all of this stillness. I observe cessation as you're breathing in. I observe cessation as you're breathing out. And moving to I observe letting go with your breath. I observe letting go. As you breathe in, I observe letting go. As you breathe out, I observe letting go. And really feel that intention to let go and return yourself to wholeness. So you can feel that intention on your breath as you breathe. I observe letting go. And whenever you feel ready to release that mantra and just be, release that mantra and invite your whole body, your breath, your mind to surrender. If today feels like a day when you want to stay a little bit longer and just stay in that place of surrender, and that you are free to stay here and stay in that place of relaxation for as long as you feel you need to. If you feel ready to move, starting to invite a little bit of movement into your fingers, into your toes. And maybe your body would like a stretch. If it does, reaching your arms over your head. Trusting your own body and intuition to either hug your knees or not. having that intention to just stay mindfully moving. So maybe mindfully going to one side or slowly coming up to sit. If you do go to one side, be patient with yourself and offer yourself just a few more moments on your side. And whenever you feel called to, gently bringing yourself to a seated position. Closing down your eyes if they become open. And feeling that sensation of returning your whole being to wholeness. I'm going to finish with 3 ohms and feeling that sound of the universe, that whole complete sound of the universe, allowing it to just reverberate through your body. Taking a breath to prepare, breathing in. Noticing how you feel, offering a little bow inwardly to your own inner guru. And whenever you do feel ready to open your eyes, maybe offering namaste, maybe unmuting for namaste. If you don't, I understand, it's up to you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank
Namaste.
you.
You're welcome.
Victoria.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Night.
Namaste.
Namaste. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay, Savannah.
Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Was it okay the feed wise? Did it pause very much or?
Oh, it was perfect. Your connection was, perfect.
Oh, great. Happy days.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Victoria. Have a lovely evening.
Oh, and you. Yeah. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.